All right, Nick, thank you for that.
Kansas lawmakers are reviewing a state of disaster emergency declaration.
Fox 4's Marcus Officer is live to tell us why and how it'll impact security for this summer's FIFA World Cup. Good morning, Marcus.
Good morning, Crystal and Pat. We are under 4 months before the start of the World Cup, not just here in Kansas City, but the entire tournament, the largest to date. And there's still a lot of moving parts to get into place before those folks start coming into those host cities, including here in Kansas City. And the work to do that, well, it's quite immense. And that's part of the reason why this declaration was filed last week in Kansas, and it's aimed to help out the state, Douglas, Johnson, and Wyandotte counties as they prepare to host many thousands of people for the World Cup. Kansas City is scheduled to hold matches from June 16th to July 11th, and visitors are expected to be entering the metro as early as May. Now, a state of disaster emergency declaration was issued on Monday last week by Kansas Governor Laura Kelly. It is in the Kansas House, and if it's ratified, that will be in place and last through the end of July. Now, the state of Kansas requires the legislature to ratify a disaster emergency declaration because without it, the order would only be good for 15 days. The declaration would ensure the state has federal support to protect people's safety and property. That support also comes in the forms of millions of dollars in federal funding. Congress has designated $625 million to cover security needs and $100 million for transit needs in World Cup host cities. We talked about the estimated number of visitors. All available help to make sure not only the city runs the way it needs to, but can manage those guests is going to be needed, and that's part of what this emergency declaration is for. Of course, there's still time before it is ratified. There's still work to be done, and we are going to be following that leading up to and throughout the entire World Cup, which again is under 120 days from being underway. And I guess we got more work to do, and with that, we're going to get to it and send it back to you in the studio.
Yeah, I mean, we mentioned this earlier, but you don't think exactly how much more security you're going to need, medical equipment, hospitals.
600,000 people?
Yes, you got to plan for an emergency for that. So hopefully one doesn't happen, but you want to be ready for it. Marcus, thank you.